Good morning, I'm Jeff. I'm a sewer tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 23449 Southwest Richen Park Terrace here in Sherwood. We're located at the front of the home, just off to the left of the front doorway. We have a 4-inch ABS cleanout as our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. Here we go. It transitions here at 41 feet. Looks like over to 6-inch 3034 PVC pipe. We'll check that transition out there on the way back once it's drained out. And here at 70 feet on the dot, we have reached the main lateral. I'm going to do locates to verify we're in the street, and then we'll let the line drain out here for a couple minutes. Mostly what I want to look at is the transition from ABS to 3034. There is a bit of standing water there, which is not that uncommon. I just want to make sure the joint hasn't pulled apart or anything like that. Alright, a little bit of water still trickling out of there. We're going to start reeling back and we'll inspect that joint once everything's drained. I did locate the camera head successfully out on Richen Park Terrace. Yeah, I was mentioning earlier, it's not uncommon at all to have a little bit of standing water at the transition point. You've got two sections of line being installed at different times, and if you don't get those the attachment just perfect, the grade on it perfect, you'll end up with a little standing water. And a very short section of pipe with a little standing water is not a concern of mine, but I want to make sure that that joint hasn't separated or pulled apart or anything like that. That would be an issue. Alright, looks like basically all the water's now drained out of the line here. Alright, so what we've got here, we've got some standing water at this particular spot. You can see as I went through that area, there's a bunch of debris that's built up there. Looking just beyond the debris, it looks like I can see that that joint is offset. When you're getting debris build up like this is a problem. Most of the time, the little bit of standing water is not the issue, but you've got standing water here on top of it. Looks like a joint that's become somewhat offset, so there's a ledge there for everything to catch on. So the water, you know, you could have a minimal amount of water here, but you put the water slowing the debris down, and then that edge there in conjunction with each other, and you've got a pretty serious debris buildup here. I punched a bunch of stuff out of the way when I was coming down the line. So anyway, I would recommend a Hydrojet here. The problem is there's so much junk in the way, I can't really see beyond it. I can't see how bad that offset is, but when you've got debris collecting like this is usually an issue that needs to be repaired. I would recommend jetting the line. I'll get this spot located. But you can see right there how that joint has become offset and separated. So, you know, you could do a jet to clean the line out, but I think we're going to end up with a repair here all said and done. So I'm going to recommend it be repaired. I'll get it marked here with a white X. During the repair, if they can get all this junk flushed out, great. You may have to do a jet on top of fixing that, but With the amount of debris that's collecting here, this is a spot where a clog could fairly easily occur. Okay, I did locate the camera head here. This is unfortunately under the driveway on the kind of the far right side of it if you're standing in the street looking at the house. I'm getting it around 7 to 7.5 feet deep here. But you can see the amount of debris that's collecting in this particular area. I would highly recommend a repair here. The problem we have is we're not able to tell how much standing water is actually here. There's probably some naturally in the line here because it either wasn't installed perfectly or settled a little bit. If you've only got about a ½ inch of water here for a foot or two, that's not the major concern. It's the water in conjunction with that offset joint there that's really causing everything to build up like crazy. So I would talk to some repair contractors. I'd look at both digging this up and fixing it versus doing a trenchless repair. A lot of times if you do a liner inside these things, it does not require to dig a hole. It will smooth that joint out to the point where everything can flow over it smoothly. Even if it will retain the standing water here, but we still don't know how much is actually there. That debris buildup is damming the line up and probably creating more standing water than there actually is. So anyway, keep that in mind. I would look into both repair processes, both trenching as well as trenchless, to do the repair there. See which one's cheaper and makes the most sense. It's about 7.5 feet deep under the concrete, so that's why I do recommend looking into the trenchless. Is that often saves quite a bit of money, not having to saw cut the concrete and repair it. And we've got a very rainy day today. I put a marking down, took a picture of it. Anyone who comes out to redo it will probably want to relocate that. The paint marking is going to be gone probably by today. We're having a very heavy rainstorm, so that picture is just merely a reference point for people trying to give bids. You'll have to relocate, no doubt about it. I'm going to pull the camera on out. Apart from the offset joint, the rest of the line's in good condition and functioning properly, but that joint is causing some severe buildup there and at high risk for a blockage to occur. I would recommend getting that fixed.